Are back with today's food and the wonderful Valerie Bertinelli.
That's right. She has been coming into our homes for years, one way or another.
Yeah, you can't get rid of me.
Yeah. She won 2 Golden Globes for her role on One Day at a Time. Who could forget that? She made us laugh out loud and hot in Cleveland, too.
And now, Valerie, you host like 1,000 cooking shows and baking shows.
Only 2.
Food Network, they're so good. Family Food Showdown's awesome, too. This morning, you're going to give us a chicken dish. But
it's the right weather for a chicken dish, I think, especially a chicken bake.
I wish people could smell how good it smells in here.
It smells great.
Where does your love of cooking come from? Before acting?
Oh, yeah.
You've been acting your whole life.
I've been cooking longer than I've been acting, actually. I've been acting since I was 12, and I've been cooking since I was a little...
Why? Was it in your family? Or?
Yeah, my nonni, my mother, and then I find out my great-grandmother was an actual chef in San Remo, so it's in my blood.
Yeah.
It's meant to be. So I'm going to show you this dish because it's really super delicious and it's really great for this time of year.
Yep. There's a lot of ingredients.
There's a lot of ingredients, so I would suggest making a lot of it because I think a great home tip is when you're cooking and you're going through all the trouble anyway, just make more.
Yeah.
And then you have leftovers. I'm one of those fans of leftovers.
Me too.
So I got a little olive oil in here. Here's a great little trick, too. When you're going to marinate any kind of meat, get a baggie out and get it in a bowl, and it's going to hold everything in there for you. I have some white wine. Do you want?
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
I've already partaken.
You knows us.
Here, I'll leave you a little.
What's your cut of chicken, Valerie? What is that? Is that those breasts? Or?
These are chicken thighs.
Thighs. Like
And I really love it.
If you wanted,
you can absolutely do breast if you want, but I'm telling you, don't be afraid of a chicken thigh. It's so tasty. It's got so much more flavor than a breast. I mean, there are some breast men, but I happen to be a thigh girl.
Why not both?
I have some fresh thyme.
Yep.
I've got fresh onion.
That's white wine. Does it matter what kind of white wine you use?
Yes, use white wine. You can use Salva, you can use Cabernet, depending.
Okay.
But I do suggest
use the
any
cheap
wine.
Stuff you have at the house. No?
Use the good stuff.
Why? I want to drink the good stuff.
No, you're going to drink the good stuff, and you're going to put it because you're going to taste it in your meal.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought all
You
that burned
always
off.
want the good stuff in everything.
How long are you going to marinate this?
I'm going to marinate this for about 2 hours.
Now, this is not a brine, right?
No.
This is a marinade.
No, well, there is some lemon juice in here.
So that'll help.
So that's why you don't want to marinate it more than 2
I
or
like
3
how you put
hours.
little red pepper flakes
Red
in there.
pepper flakes.
You're
You know
gonna
what, you
Ziploc
guys,
that
I'm
up.
going through this really quickly, but you can go online and
Yes.
you guys will have the recipe.
And they're putting graphics, so hopefully people know what they're doing.
So now you just massage your chicken breast.
Yes.
Or your thighs. These are thighs. So massage thighs or breasts, whatever.
How are the tests? The eaters over there. What do you think?
Oh, my God.
Great, right?
You're already eating it. I love it. Well, let's get on.
How long do you marinate?
You're going to marinate that 2 hours, no more than 2 or 3 hours. Here's a leek. Now, what you want to do with leeks, because they can get really... I'm not going to say dirty, but they do get a lot. They do get a lot of sand in them. So you want to get them in some cold water and let them come apart. And then once they've been in the cold water for a while,
Yeah.
you got your leeks right here. Then you add some potatoes, little ones, and then you add some of your red onion right over.
Simple.
And then more olive oil.
Yeah.
And then you get this into the oven at about 425 for... It'll stay on the graphic. So you get that in the oven. Want these nice and
All the
tender.
instructions.
Yes, okay.
So while that's happening, you're going to bring your chicken out, and you're going to let it come to room temperature. But you want to get all of those beautiful juices that you just made. You strained it because you're going to make that into your sauce.
Okay.
But you want to keep.
I would have thrown that out because it was in raw chicken. I would have known that the.
But you're going to cook it, so it's going to be okay.
Good.
So you're very right. You don't want to ever eat something that's been on raw chicken without
Unless
cooking
you cook it
first.
off.
You got to cook it off. And you want to save these really yummy bits. And then once you do, you're going to salt and pepper these guys. I'm not going to get to that. I don't have to.
That's okay.
And you want to saute these. Oh, I didn't put it up high enough.
That's right, but that'll be sizzling
When you're home, you want that sizzling, and you want to really get 2 or 3 minutes on each side. You don't have to worry about cooking it all the way through, because that's going to go back in the oven.
You're going to bake this whole thing off anyway.
You're going to bake it all off again.
Okay.
There's a lot of steps here.
There's a lot of steps, but it's so worth it because when you put all that into it, you can really taste it.
Those breadcrumbs at the end of those.
There's our breadcrumbs at the end. So all these bits, well, you saute them with some butter, and you get them nice and crispy. And then you want to then get some mustard over these guys. Put the breadcrumbs back on, and by the end, you're going to have this beautiful dish.
Oh my gosh, Valerie,
and it's super delicious.
Spectacular.
It really is. It's worth.
Oh, you're
every
eating good.
step. It's so good. I do.
Try the potatoes. They're crazy.
Why I feel like everybody else's chicken is better than my chicken. Like everywhere else I go.
Really?
Yes, chicken's hard for me.
Chicken is probably
This
the
is
easiest
so
protein
delicious.
in the world to cook.
No, but you cooked it twice, and it's delicious.
Well,
It's moist
and you want
inside,
to
it's
make sure
crispy
you
on the
get crisp
outside.
on the skin.
Mine's
It's all-
rubbery and crabby.
Valerie, thank you so much. You're going to come back in the fourth hour.
I'm going to come back. Yeah.
So you can find all these recipes at today.com/food.
Really
Be
good.
sure to check out the series premiere of Family Food Showdown. That's Sunday night on the Food Network, and we're back in a moment. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Yummy. Person, try these potatoes. They're insane.
They're really good.
Oh my God, Valerie.
You guys-